Bonjour tout le monde, dzień dobry, namaste, konnichiwa. How's it going? How's your week been? I hope you've had a really good week. Now today, our assembly is something that's actually really important. Some of us in school have these and we don't even know anything about it. And sometimes it makes us react in different ways to different situations. So today we're going to be speaking about hidden disabilities because that is something that is really important for us to know about and for us to explore. We're also going to have our stars of the week. We are also going to have our shout out section where there's lots and lots of photos getting shared. We are also going to have a couple of bits where I'm having a little moan at you. So yeah, it's going to be quite a busy little assembly today, so I'm not going to say much more other than I hope you enjoy it. And don't know about you, but I actually really enjoy doing assembly this way because I can talk and I know that you're listening and I don't need to keep saying flat tire. This week we're going to look at hidden disabilities and hidden health. Now this is something that's really important because if someone has a disability, you can usually see it. But when it's a hidden one, you can't. Sometimes when we think of people who have a disability, we maybe think about wheelchairs. We maybe think about walking frames. We maybe think about crutches. We maybe think about people walking with a limp or having something that is wrong with them. But not all disabilities look like this. So what does it mean to say that they're hidden disabilities? Well, wheelchairs, crutches, canes, walking frames, we can all see them. But if they're hidden, we can't see them. They're disabilities that are hidden from view. So to look at a person who has a hidden disability, they look like there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. However, that is not the case. So where are these hidden disabilities? They're actually all over our bodies. So I'm going to start right at the very top. Some people have a hidden disability in their brain. It could be that they're autistic. It could be that they have ADHD, which makes them behave differently to other people. It might be that they have depression. There are a load of other conditions that people can have that are in the brain, but they're all hidden. There's also the mouth. We can't see in everyone's mouth. To be quite honest, I don't want to see in everyone's mouth, but there are things you can get problems with the back of your throat, you can get problems with your tongue, with your teeth, with your gums. So these are hidden. People with conditions like asthma or people who are maybe older and maybe have smoked have problems with their lungs. These are hidden. You can't see them, but it's still a problem for them. The heart. Now, I know in my family, to look at my mum, okay, she looks a bit older, but she still looks healthy. She doesn't look disabled. But my mum actually is because she has a heart problem and she has to take lots of medication. You can't see that she has a heart problem. She doesn't wear a badge that says, I have a heart problem, but she does. So again, it's hidden. You can't see it. The stomach. Now, lots of people have problems with their stomach. It could be that you have a problem with too much acid in your stomach. Now, acid is the thing that breaks down your food. It could be that you are bothered with chronic indigestion and you need to take medicine for it. It could be that you have got a condition that irritates your stomach. So again, it's inside. You can't see it, but it's still a problem for these people who have it. The liver. Now, the liver is one of the really important organs in our body. All the organs are body, but the liver really does a lot of work. But people can have things called liver disease. They can have blood conditions that affect their liver. So again, it's hidden. You can't see it, but it's a hidden health problem. Sometimes it can even become a hidden disability. Kidneys. Now, kidneys are really important as well because they are the thing that clean all the waters and all the fluids that your body doesn't need, cleans it all out of your blood and then sends it to your bladder so that when you go to the toilet, you do a piddle. So the kidneys are really, really important as well. But some people have problems with their kidneys. Some people's kidneys just don't work and they maybe have to go on a waiting list for a kidney transplant. Same with the lungs. Some people might need a lung transplant if their lungs don't work properly. Again, it's inside, it's hidden. The intestine, your bowel. Now, that part of your body is where all the mulched up food that's been in your tummy passes into a tube that leaves your tummy and it works its way down and through your body and it comes out the other end. Yep, it comes out as poos. That's exactly it. So your small intestine or your bowel is actually your poo tube. And some people have problems with that, which causes them to have really, really bad tummy pains, sometimes causes them to have to take time off work, time off school, time off college, whatever it is. So people have all sorts of problems that we don't see because they are hidden. Now, it's not just the organs of your body, your blood also can have problems. There's illnesses such as leukemia. Now, that's a problem with the blood cells in your blood. There's also viruses called HIV and AIDS, which is an illness in the blood. You can't see that somebody has these things, but it's there, it's hidden. So all these different parts of the body, now there's lots more, but I'm not a biologist, I'm not a doctor, I'm just a teacher. So I talk about the things that I know about. But you can see straight away that there are lots and lots of different places that are affected by hidden disabilities. So all these things that I've just spoken about, what do they have in common? I think you've probably figured it out by now. The one main thing they have in common is that they are hidden. You cannot see the disability. There's no wheelchair, there's no cane, there's no limp, there's nothing that you can see that would tell you that that person is disabled. Now, some of these disabilities and illnesses that people have, they're often lifelong. People are going to have to live with them for the rest of their life. So how on earth do they manage to cope? Well, take my mum, for example, with her heart problem. I know that if my mum keeps taking all her pills, she'll be fine. She has lots and lots of different pills that the doctor gives her, but that's what keeps my mum's heart working properly. Now, it's the same with people who have asthma. They'll probably have asthma all their life, but so long as they keep taking their inhalers and the medication that the doctor gives them, they're going to be absolutely fine. Just like if someone is a diabetic and their body doesn't process sugar the way it should, if the person takes their insulin, they will be absolutely fine. But again, you cannot see these things. Now, you can't just decide, I've got a hidden disability, because it doesn't work like that. Because every single one of us would be saying, oh, yes, I've got a hidden disability because my knee on my left leg creaks. Well, you know what? My knee on my left leg does creak, but I am not disabled. You can't see it creaking. You can't hear it creak. Well, actually, if you walked beside me on the stairs, you might actually hear it creaking, because some days it does, especially as it's getting colder. But if you have been to the doctor or the hospital and they have said, you have got this illness or this disability, then people around about you will recognise that. So you can't just decide, that's it, today I'm going to have a disability because my hair won't sit properly. If that was the case, I would have a disability every day of my life. Now, someone who has a hidden disability, at every point in their life, they feel some sort of pain. Now, it might not be a pain that makes you go, ouch. It might be a pain from inside that makes you cry because you're sad. Because sometimes when people have hidden disabilities, it does make them really sad because people don't recognise that they have a disability. Now, I'm sure you've probably at some point been in a shop or been out in the street and someone has been behaving in a way that you would look to say, what's going on there? Now, I'm not talking about people arguing and having a carry on in the street. I'm actually talking about people who behave differently or do things differently or act differently. Not because they choose to, because they can't help that's what they do. Now, that is because they have a hidden disability. It may be that people running about, they can't run about for long because they get breathless. That could be any number of things. It could be asthma. It could be, like my mum, heart problems. You can't see it, but it's there. It's their hidden disability. So, how do we help people who have a hidden disability? Well, we can help them in lots of ways. A lot of the time, we don't even know that people have a disability. And that's one of the reasons why we think it's so important to treat people with kindness and respect, because you do not know what is going on in that person's life. And if that person is behaving in a different way, or is upset, or is complaining of pain, you don't have the right to criticise or tease or question anything that's going on, because you do not know what that person is having to deal with. It could well be my creaky knee. It's not a disability, it's just getting a bit old. But you don't have the right to question them or make fun of them. Remember what I said ages ago about everyone's different and we're all odd socks in the odd sock drawer of life? That's absolutely true. Just because one sock is a bit different to another, you're not going to discard it. You're not going to put it in the bin. You might not wear it very often, but every single one of us, every single person is different. Some people, you can see the differences. Some people, you can see the disabilities, but some people, you can't. So some people who have hidden disabilities, they maybe don't actually even realise yet that they have a disability. The doctors maybe not told them that they've got something wrong. They maybe don't actually think they've got a disability. They may know what they need, but they're maybe not able to talk to you. So sometimes pictures, now you'll see around the school, we've got lots of pictures appearing on classroom doors and library and staff room and everything. Now, these pictures are called visuals, and it's to help people to understand where all the different places are in the school. Sometimes they feel as if they're misunderstood. Sometimes they feel like they're being ignored. Some people they feel that they're being treated unfairly because they're different and because people don't realise that they have a hidden disability. Now you maybe noticed in the top corner there is a sunflower. Now the charity and the organisation Hidden Disabilities, their logo is a sunflower. Now this started in 2016 in Gatwick Airport. Now Gatwick Airport is in London. And they wanted to find a way to help people identify themselves as having a disability. Because you can see at an airport straight away if someone has a physical disability because they can get assistance. You'll see them getting wheeled about in a wheelchair or getting driven about in a wee golf buggy type thing. You can see that. But people with hidden disabilities sometimes need as much help as people with physical disabilities to get through large crowds, to understand different places, to know what to do. So they asked themselves, how do we notice hidden disabilities? So what they started doing was anyone that they knew had a hidden disability was given a lanyard, like all our teachers wear with Downfield. They were given a lanyard which was green with yellow sunflowers on it. Now they decided on yellow sunflowers on a green background because it was gender neutral. So anyone could wear it, whether you were man, woman, transgender, anything at all, you could wear the sunflower. Nobody would turn around and say, ooh, you're wearing a girl's lanyard. Now they chose the sunflower because the sunflower, it shows strength. It shows positivity and happiness. I don't know about you, but if ever I see a sunflower, I smile. And sunflowers, they grow. They grow to heights almost as tall as Mr. Dolan. Now that's tall. And it's all about confidence. Having the confidence to say, I'm wearing this because I have a hidden disability and I might need a little bit of help. Now, sometimes when you go into toilets now, you'll see a sign on the door that says, not all disabilities are visible. And that's absolutely true because some of them are hidden. And the sunflower is now internationally recognised as the symbol for showing that you have a hidden disability. So if you see someone wearing a green lanyard or wearing a green card with a yellow sunflower on it, it might be on a bus, it might be a taxi, it might be a train station, a bus station, an airport, anywhere. If you see that, that person has some kind of hidden disability and it is recognised all around the world. So what we're wanting every single one of us to do is to be kind, to be gentle, and to be understanding, because you don't know what is happening in another person's life. You don't know what physical pain or emotional pain or both they are going through. It comes back to treating people with kindness and respect. Hidden disabilities are just as important as physical disabilities.
Hi everybody, hope you've all had a good day today. I'm recording this on Thursday evening and I'm just about to go to bed. You might hear, if you're very, very quiet, someone next to me breathing very heavily, in fact snoring a little bit. I'm just going to show you who is sitting next to me snoring at the moment. This is Albie, this is my dog, and she is absolutely fast asleep. Look, I'm rubbing her and patting her and she's not waking up. She is snoring her head off. She is fast asleep. So unlike Poppy, who appears in Miss Bally's videos, my dog's not very active at the moment. She's fast asleep. I just thought I would make a quick video for assembly because I know that Miss Bally's putting together an assembly about hidden medical issues, and just to reinforce why it's really, really important for us all to follow the COVID protocols that we've got in school to keep everybody safe. So I thought I would share my story with you. You all know that I have got a dog called Albie, and you know that I've got 3 children at home. But what you maybe don't know about is my mum, and that's who I'm going to talk about just now. My mum is in her 70s, so is a bit older, and she is also diabetic. So for me, it's very, very important that I make sure that everybody that I work with, all the staff and the adults and all the children, really follow all the hand sanitising rules and the social distancing rules, and that they only play with children within their class. Because if I brought coronavirus back home and my mum was to catch that, she might get very, very, very poorly. So that's why it's really important for me personally and my family. But also, obviously, you know, because I've told you many times that I don't want any of the boys and girls in our school, or any of the family members, or any of my staff being sick and catching coronavirus. So that's why it's important that even though we're 5 weeks into school, that we don't get complacent and forgetful, and we continue to follow all the rules, because you don't know who in our school has a hidden illness, like my mum, that we're maybe not aware of, and you don't know about family members either, for the children and families in our school. So I'm going to go, but I just wanted to tell you my little story so that you were aware of why I am very, very careful about following the rules, and I hope it will encourage you all to follow the rules too, and to continue to do that. So I'm going to say good night and go to bed and get up nice and early tomorrow and see you all at school. I wish Albie was awake to say hello to you all, but she is absolutely fast asleep. So I'm going to say good night, and I shall see you all in school tomorrow.
Shout out time. Okay, it's now moan time. A couple of things I've got to moan at you about. One is hand sanitising. Now, I know, and I've spoken to some people about it, there are some people who are actually being quite silly about the hand sanitising, and they're messing about with it, and they're not doing it, and they're trying to get their hands underneath, and they're just messing about. Guys, please, you must sanitise your hands, because at the moment, if you watch the news, numbers are increasing. So we need to, every single one of us, do our bit to keep everyone safe. And that means when you go into the classroom, when you leave the classroom, when you go back into the classroom, you need to sanitise your hands. In between times, you sanitise. Every time you come into the school building, every time you go out of the school building, you must sanitise. Because by sanitising our hands, it reduces the risk of the virus spreading. So please, please sanitise your hands. Another thing I need to moan about. And I have to say, I'm fed up moaning about this one. So much so that I have got the CCTV cameras in the corridors switched back on. The reason I have got them switched back on is because we have a group of children who like mucking about and messing about in the toilet. Every single day this week, the toilets in the P67 area, both the boys and the girls, have been blocked, have been flooded, the taps have been turned round. Now that is not acceptable. Primary 6 and 7, you would think would be a bit more sensible and a bit more mature. That when you go to the toilet, you go to the toilet. You don't need to do anything else. In fact, I had to chase a group of girls out of the toilet the other day because they were standing. It looked like they were hugging the hand dryer. I mean, who really hugs a hand dryer? I ask you. I'll tell you the answer. Some of the primary 6 and 7 girls. So, from now on, when you go to the toilet during class time, you will sign the toilet register. And the CCTV camera will be on. So if the toilets get flooded, I just go to the camera, I go to the classroom and check the log to see who signed out, and I will be able to identify who has flooded the bathroom. So, I'm watching. Let's have no more flooded bathrooms. Thank you. Now, last week I set you a challenge to see how many people could be kind and respectful and how many people could get their name on my Happy Hearts chart. Now, I would just like to say that my Happy Hearts chart is very, very, very full. I've had lots and lots of people get their names on the Happy Heart chart. Some people have even been on it twice. Now, I'm going to show you just in a minute, and I'm not going to tell you how many names, but I know around the school we've had guesses of about 400, 300. Somebody even in primary 5B said there would be 0. Really? Don't think so. I can assure you there is absolutely more than 0. So we'll count that up in a minute. But primary, my camera is sliding, but primary 5H, what they have done is something amazing. They have had so many that they have actually created their own Happy Hearts chart. And it is right here. Look. It says, Miss Bally's Happy Heart chart. So we have Helena's a good friend because she asked me to play. Daisy is a good friend. Carson Kelly is a good friend. Julia, because somebody fell in the grass and they stood on her finger and Julia helped them. Miley, for being an amazing friend. Daisy, for being my friend. Daisy's a good friend. Somebody else is saying that. Maya is a good friend for letting people play our games. Emily has been kind and friendly. We have Lily. She's been letting people play. when somebody had no one. Helena for being a good friend. Helena again for being nice and letting me play. Carson, because he's been nice to me. Katie, because she's been letting people play her games too. Caleb, doesn't say why, it just says Caleb. Arthur, Emily. Alex is my best friend ever and he is funny and cool. Check you, Alex. Hashim for being a good and supportive friend. Daisy for always being kind. And it just says Tia Potter. So, oh, and someone has nominated Blair McGregor. So, Primary 5H, absolutely brilliant. So, I'm going to count them in the happy hearts. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, just from Primary 5H alone. So, 22. Remember, 22. What was the number again? 22. So we'll be back in a minute to see how many is on the big Happy Hearts chart. Now, I don't know about you, but I think I counted 63 there. 63 names on my Happy Heart chart. Now, we've got 400 children in the school, so 63 names. And then there was the other, what was the number again? Oh, 22. We've got another 22 to be added to it. So, 63 add 22. Who can do that sum? Have you done it yet? What about now? Have you done it now? Okay, yep, you're absolutely right. It is 85. So well done, anyone who got 85. Now, I think 85 is an amazing number, and you can see how busy my Happy Hearts chart is. However, I think, just maybe, we can beat that for next week. What do you think? Do you think we can? Yeah, of course you can. It's easy. Let's see if next week we can make it to over 100. 100 names on there for being kind and respectful. Because we've got 400 kids nearly in the school, so that should be easy. No problem. Challenge. It's set. It's happening. Go. Kindness and respect. Stars of the week. This is one of the bits of assembly that I absolutely love the most. It's giving you all shout outs. So here we go. First one for today is Blair McGregor in Primary 5H for developing a positive attitude and making good choices. Well done, Blair. That's fantastic. Next up, it's Neve Shields in Primary 6M for always being kind, respectful and helpful to others. Well done, Neve. Next we have Ellie Fraser in P7C for challenging herself in maths. Keep up the great work. I absolutely agree, Ellie. Well done. Really delighted to see that. Another one in Primary 7C, and it goes to Robbie Hendry for his hard work during literacy. Robbie, I am super delighted to see that you're getting this because it's a while since you've had Star of the Week. So well done, Robbie. It's the other Primary 7 class now, and it goes to Mariana Strzelecka for a fantastic news report. Mr. Silva is very impressed, and I am very impressed too. Well done, Mariana. This next one is from Mr. Solomon, and it's to Amelia Anderson in Primary 7DS for excellent effort in ICT. Well done, Amelia. Absolutely delighted. Next one is Primary 6S, and it's Megan Buist for always contributing excellent answers during a class discussion. Well done, Megan. Primary 2W this time, and it goes to Abby McGuinness for always being a fantastic listener and following instructions. Abby, I am delighted to see that. Well done. This next one is from Mr. Dolan, and it goes to Oliver Nicholson for always listening and trying his best in class. Well done. Well done indeed, Oliver. Keep it up. Off to the other primary four class now, and this one goes to Tyler J. Gibson for maintaining a fantastic attitude towards his learning and completing tasks to a very high standard. Tyler J., I am delighted. Well done. Great news. Right down to primary one this time, and it goes to Paisley Johnson for showing positivity and kindness. Paisley, that is something that makes me smile. That's made my heart happy. Well done. First we had Neve, now we have Murren. Murren Shields gets Star of the Week for P3SP for always looking out for her friends and working really hard in class. I can vouch for that because I actually saw what Murren had been doing. She came to show me and was absolutely delighted. Well done, Murren. You've had a great week. And it's a big well done to Barney Winter in P3C for persevering so well when he finds something challenging. Mrs. Cram was actually telling me all about it today, Barney, so well done. Primary 1C this time, and it goes to Ella Lynch for always having such a positive attitude to learning and trying her best. Well done, Ella. That's brilliant news. Off to Miss Bunce's class now, and this one goes to Coden Brown for having an amazing week and always being on task. Coden, I am delighted. Well done. That is such good news. Keep it up. And last but by no means least, we have one for Riley Taylor in P4D for showing great listening skills. Riley, you always show great listening skills. Well done. Really, really proud of you. So that's our Stars of the Week finished for today. And in fact, it's our assembly finished for today. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. Remember, people sometimes have hidden disabilities, and always treat each other with kindness and respect. You take care. Have a lovely weekend. See you Monday. Ciao. Well, another one for Nurture, and it goes to Calvin Kelly for showing fantastic listening skills during Nurture Group. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, Calvin. Primary 6M this time, and it goes to Anna Devine for excelling during our literacy lesson. Excelling is a very strong word. You must have been brilliant. Well done, Anna. Really proud. And this one goes to Primary 2W, and it's Freddie Morris for showing enthusiasm and kindness during music, and that's from Miss Gillis. Enthusiasm and kindness. As a teacher, I couldn't ask for more. Well done, Freddie. Good news. See you next week, guys.